So Uncle Wane pretended not to know Lihle when they met Tenendo met with Madlomo. Left it to Madlomo to introduce Lihle and be like, oh, okay, Lihle, right? Acting as if Madlomo is the one who sort of like gave him information about Lihle, going, oh yeah, your mother told me in grade 12 and so forth. So that it matches up because you are the one that gave me information. I did not know this girl at all. Ulihle is even looking surprised with her. Why is Uncle Libon acting as if auntie? And then Madlama is introducing Uncle Libon saying, oh, Uncle Libon, malume tlhohi. And then Ulihle is puzzled, goes home and she still looks a bit distracted. And Udinhle notices with her man, there's something wrong, Alihle. And then asks her, what's wrong? Udinhle didn't like said I'm okay, mani kanti. And then Udinhle decides to sit down with her and give her an ear. And then they talk and Udinhle actually opens up and says, what do you do if someone you trust hides things from you? Actually, it depends why they did it. Some do it to protect you. So you must just talk to them and find out why they do it. They did it, and then didn't ask who's this person? It's a friend from school. Little lies about who this person is. And then Little takes Dintel's advice and goes to meet up with Uncle Libone to confront him and ask why did he lie to her. So they meet up at Pushalova. Uncle Libone comes with a cooler box, like ready to picnic. No, Little is just there to confront. And then she asked him, why did you lie to me? Oh, Uncle Luan is like, but the only thing I lied about was just my name. Everything else was true. So why do you want to be my friend? Why not? I mean, like, why not? But you're an old man and I'm just a little girl. Like, it doesn't make sense. Malume, you just don't know how special you are. With that, he just warmed her heart. Like, Lihle was smiling, just blushing. She was just swept off her feet. And then they start to talk. He apologized for lying to her, and then he decides, I lied because I didn't want to lose you. And then he says that let's start afresh. He introduces himself, says what his name is Uncle. His name is Libone Munaiwa. Nolishena introduces herself with a big smile, Chichila Madlom, and says that, and then Uncle Libona says that he feels a deep connection between them, like something that between them is special and it's just so rare, and he doesn't want to let it go. And then Uncle Libona asks her, she does not feel this connection. Ulihle agrees with Snai, she feels this connection. Yay, it is like my daughter. And then they decided, it's okay, fine, let's start afresh. All I want from you, I don't want much. I just want your time. Just want to spend time with you. And then Ulihle agrees. Hey, Jess, I wonder if she knows what she's setting herself up to. Hey, hope nothing happens to her because Madlom will not forgive herself for having this kid around Angelibone or everyone else that's involved actually for not protecting Lihle enough. So Lihle and Uncle Libone had a good chat and they decided they want to see this friendship through, the so-called friendship Nohal. And then Uncle Luana says that they need to figure out how to spend time together without people questioning it, without people jumping to conclusions. Meaning people will question so now he decides he's gonna be Lihle's tutor. So Lihle must ask her parents abe tutor high. And then Lihle says, okay, I'm not promising anything, but I'll ask them. Lihle is going all out asking Madlomo. Madlomo is like, hey, I cannot afford all those things. Maybe your dad will afford it because he's now the center manager. You must talk to him. So Lihle speaks to her dad, and her dad says that, saying that Mama had already agreed. So Unhloso is like, how Mama kuvuma kanjani without talking to me first? But that's because Ugel is lying. Obviously, Madlomo didn't agree. She said she must speak to her father. So now Unhloso is like, no, man, I need to see this man first. I don't know him. I said, no, Uncle Gatlohi, he's a teacher. He also tutors. Babake still insists with, no, I need to speak to your mom first, and I still haven't met this person. So I cannot agree yet. Good thing Closer is sort of like following this up. But obviously, Uncle Bono is going to come up with other tricks, obviously. And then Lisha also mentioned that Papa and I cannot spend time with you alone because I'm still a maiden, and every meetup it's supervised and all that. That's why he came up with all this friendship thing, this tutoring business. So Talisa is worried, asking Tiro, earlier on when you lost it, was it you or Nelly Dino? Tiro Aquatar, no man, you can't be like, you know what I'm going through. Bechafela was my life, so me acting up doesn't mean Orodino is back. Actually, you know what, I was better off Komahlanye and quiet the Looney Being because I didn't know what was going on. And then Talisa decides to ask Tapelo to give Tiro a job at Bechafela. But Tapelo is like, no ways, I'm not going to do that. I think you need to step back, give them space so that Tiro can actually bond with his father, Semite. And then Talisa goes to sue Semite. Semite is like, I'll never forgive you for what you did. Like keeping such a secret for such a long time. So Utiro questions Talita with how, as I thought I was the queen of deception. How did you pull this off for so many years without anyone finding out? Talita was like, you know what, it was easy because Semite didn't want you at all. And Patricia was happy with the money I was giving her monthly. So and Patricia and Semite did not know that I had met Patricia, so it was easy to cover it up. And then also, like, I thought you and I could heal each other. I had lost my child, and knowing that you needed a home, I just took you in and raised you, and knew that I would give you that home, so I took you in and raised you. And then Patricia calls Talita saying what she wants to see her child. Because Talita's like, no, you lost that right a long time ago. Utiro overhears the conversation and says, you know what, I want nothing to do with Patricia or Semide. They must just go to hell, both of them. Patricia goes to see Semide, asking him to talk to Talita because Talita is refusing for her to see her son. And then, Semide is like, you know, I've been seeing the boy ever since he got out. As you know, it is your chance to actually like try and meet up. You need to show this boy because we're there for him. He must not feel so alone. I don't think Semide is willing. Hey, Semide no Tiro don't get along, I think, from way back. So, but then Patricia is like, you know what? Why azamni Tiro? Yes, na Talit. I had named him Umzwandile. Uzwai mom. I want to build a relationship with him. Please talk to Talita toch for me. I wonder how this relationship is going to go since that Utiro does not want to meet Patricia at all and wants nothing to do with Semide. Will they ever be able to fix their relationship? Thank you. Montlosa is caught busy drilling over Madlomo. Atu malume, how? What's happening? Do you want to love back? Do you think it's so you can go back? As you know, I'm just like sad about this situation. Madlomo didn't consult me before agreeing to this tutor thing. And then we didn't ask about the tutoring session. How did it go? Ulihle goes on about how good it was, and that Ulibone talks to her like they're on the same level. Actually, it means you're a perfect match, Mus. And then Libone gets a call from a wife or girlfriend from back home saying, would you promise to come and fetch me? Now you don't answer my calls. You're not even calling me anymore. If you don't fetch me soon, I'm going to tell you. Look, I'm telling you. Now this wife or girlfriend is throwing in threats. Libone had to beg and apologize and all so forth. And then he meets up with Lihle for a tutoring session. Tells Lihle, you know what, there's a distraction high levels. It's better when we have these sessions. Usually have these sessions at the students' homes. So Lihle was like, you want to come to my home? I need to talk. I'd have to speak to my dad and Dinka about it. If it involves the parents, it's not a good idea, and tells her, it's fine, let's just continue over here. I don't want complications. And then as they're sitting there, Bototo comes and be like, and asks what's going on over there, because he's so why is Lihle with Libon? And then Tebogo is going on about he's tutoring, my man is very smart, blah blah blah, Lihle uzopasa. Bototo is shocked, how your man? I've been dating for weeks now and I'm the one. A week fell already, go another one. Hi, la shesha Tebogo. But as usual, Potato is looking at Felicia and suspects to time, and this seems off. And then Talita and Patricia go off at each other fighting over Tiro. Patricia wants to see Tiro, says, I want to see my son. But Talita does not want Patricia to meet Tiro, telling her, Tiro does not want to see you. And when it's not like you want Tiro, you're just doing this because you're not getting money anymore. And then some day lands, Patricia has been receiving money monthly from Talita. It's shocked with how. I thought it was just a once-off payment. Because when you've been getting money every month, I'd say, when don't you dare judge me. I was pregnant and alone. If you had been there, this would not have happened. And then Patricia goes on to say, well, and I gave my child to Talita thinking that he'll have a better life, looking at all these riches. But look at him now. He's a murderer. Busy now, a trial and all that. I should have just taken my child to the orphanage. He'd be better off there. And then Usami Day was mad about this monthly payments and tells Patricia to go, get out, and he doesn't want to see her again. Ativela don't want to be part of your mess. And Apuma Jeseba took out Patricia. Then but also tries to warn Lishle, because I saw this guy touching your knee. But Lishle defends him, saying Uncle Bonnet didn't touch me. And then Tiro loses it when he finds out his dad cut him off. He's not paying for his legal fees anymore. Hi, welcome to my channel. Here's an update on Scandal. So Potato says Lishle and approaches her asking how I saw what I saw. Why was Libone touching your knee? Lishle defends him, saying that he didn't touch me. Maybe his hand slipped by mistake. And then Upotso thinks this whole thing is off because Libone is an old man and he's a stranger. Lishle is like, no, he's not a stranger, he's my tutor. Hey, Lishle is so defensive, Claire. Next thing, Uncle Bona shows up at Tinkle's apartment to see Lishle is shaken. Why is he here? And then he says, I remembered I've got your address, so I just decided to surprise you and I come bearing gifts. Holding a certain box like something that seems like maybe a cake. And then he asks, are we alone? And then this is a nice quiet place. We can have tutoring sessions here. And so forth. And then he continues to say he regrets not seeing Lishle in the matric dance dress that he bought for her, and that and then he asked Lishle to put it on for him. But Lishle is like, I don't feel like wearing a dress. And then he says, okay, next time then. Chiki is sitting on the couch and tells Lishle to come sit next to him. Yo, this creepy man. And then Lishle sits, keeping a bit of distance. And then he starts asking about Amakuku group, the Medians group, Amachiji. So how often do you guys go there? Do you always get tested? Lishle gives him all the details. So as what do you do then if you have feelings for someone? As you are taught to not be careless and all that. So since you like save yourself for marriage and stuff. And then Lishle agrees. And then as so when you respect these values, Lishle is like, yeah, I wouldn't be there if I didn't. Yo, this guy is trying to get all the information in Lishle and just to test the waters if Lishle would be willing to probably sleep with him. And then Lishle starts feeling uncomfortable and says, my stepmother comes home anytime, so you're going to have to leave. And then he says goodbyes and leaves. Lishle, after closing the door, you can just see the sense of relief. And also when he walked in, Lishle was still wearing a gown. I think she felt a bit uncomfortable and went to change and all that. So after he leaves, Lishle feels some sense of relief. And then Utiro loses it when he finds out Khopolo stopped paying for his legal fees. So the lawyers are pulling off. So now he's worried because how am I going to win this case if Pops is not paying for my legal fees? His mom tries to calm him down, saying, your dad probably did this. Tapelo made me realize maybe he's doing this so that you can get closer to Samide. Samide can step out as your father. As I want nothing to do with that old man. Ati, Tiro is your father. I need to speak to the lawyers and see how soon I can get my funds. But in the meantime, you need to get closer to Samide and build the relationship. And then Utiro was worried with how is this a strategy? Because Utiro wants nothing to do with this guy. And then Uncle Ephraim is happy because the meat business here, okay, is going well. Jiguma Fotela gets a call from one of her employees saying the meat, she had meat from Levels and now there's food poisoning on the meat. And then Dala is like flip. He realizes because it's the meat that he ordered. And then now he hasn't even told Klocha, but Klocha's like, we've never had these issues before. Dala goes to confront Ephraim, what happened with the meat, because now I'm getting complaints. Ephraim, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to blame my meat? No, I'm just saying I got a complaint, so you need to look into your meat. Ephraim, now I'm only getting compliments. There is something fishy. The Mthetwa guy, the one that has been supplying Ephraim, sent a guy who's working for Ephraim to sabotage. I don't know what he put on the meat so that it can ruin this deal that he has with Pocket, and then he can go back to him. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.